right, let's look at our angles of our polygons. So we've got our triangle, and we can count the number of sides we have in our triangle. We've got 3 numbers of sides. How many triangles do we have? We have 1. So the sum of our interior angles is 180. This is information that we have been dealing with and know with all of our triangles. They always sum to 180. So what we can do is take all of our other polygons and we can divide them into triangles. Starting at 1 angle and only going using that angle. How many triangles can I make going from this angle to another angle? I can only make that one. So number of sides of our quadrilateral is 4. Quadrilateral just means 4-sided figure. How many triangles do we make? We make 1, 2. So the sum of our interior angles of a 4-sided figure is 360. So let's pick 1 angle and draw our triangles out to the other angles, as many as we can. Our pentagon, we've got 5 sides. We drew 1, 2, 3 triangles, and the sum of our interior angles is 540. With our hexagon, the 6-sided shape, starting off one of the angles and drawing to the other angles. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles we can make, and the sum of those interior is 720. All right, we got a heptagon, which is a 7-sided figure. If we drew this out, which I'm not going to make you do because it starts getting complicated, the greater number of sides. But do we start to see a pattern? As our number of sides increase by 1, the number of triangles that we can make in it is also increasing by 1. So we're going to be able to draw 5 triangles, and the sum here is going to be 900. So then with our octagon, the 8-sided, then that has to be 6 triangles, and this is 1080. So do we even see a pattern here with what's happening? 180 increases by 180 to get 360, another, and another, and another. So this is our pattern. And so number of sides, number of triangles we can make is number of sides. I see each one minus 2. And then we're increasing by 100. So we can write our formula, the sum of interior angles equals the number of sides minus 2, that's what we've got going on here, times 180. That's how much it increases each time we increase a triangle. So n equals number of sides. All right. Regular polygon interior angles. So just remember that regular polygons, all sides are congruent. And so that means also that all angles are congruent. So we can take this formula and divide it by number of sides to get one interior angle of a regular polygon. If it's an irregular polygon, if we've got a bunch of different side lengths, then we can't use this to know one angle. So this is to determine one angle in a regular polygon. So we're going to take S, that's this, so this whole thing, and minus 2 times 180. And we're going to divide that by the number of sides. So n still equals number of sides. Okay, let's see what this means. So what is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a 27 gon? So sum of the interior. When I say sum of interior, I'm going to this right here, sum of interior, and I'm going to use this formula. So n minus 2 times 180. So n in this case is 27 minus 2 times 180. So make sure that you Subtract first before you multiply, so it goes 25 times 180. And the sum over interior figures of a 27 is 4,500 degrees. Okay. What is the measure of each interior angle of a regular 25? So that's where we come down here. We're going to take that same formula we just did, but now we're going to divide it by number of sides. So we're going to have, we've got a 20-sided figure minus 2 times 180 divided by 20. Again, make sure you subtract first and multiply and then divide. And when we do the math, that's 162 degrees. So each, I could draw a shape that had 20 sides. Each angle inside is 162 degrees. That's what that means. The sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 1620. How many sides does it have? Okay, so this one gave us S, and we need to find N. So 1620 equals N minus 2 times 180. So we need to solve for N, get N by itself. It's being multiplied by 180, so let's divide that out first. 180. And that is 1620 divided by 180 is 9. And minus 2, it's being subtracted, so add. So 11 equals N. So how many sides does it have? Number of sides equals 11. This is an 11-sided figure. All right. You're also going to see problems like this. We've got a 4-sided figure. We've got some equations for the angle, and we want to find specifically angle B, but we need to find X first. So we'll go back up to here. Our 4-sided figure, the sum is going to be 360. So this angle plus this one plus this one plus this one equals 360. So 8x plus 7 plus 5x plus 18 plus 10x plus 13 plus 14x minus 11 equals 360. When I combine my terms, my x is 37x, and my numbers is 27 equals 360. When I get x by itself and solve for x, x is 9. So we've solved for x, check. Now we need to solve for the measure of angle B by plugging in that 9. So 8 times 9 minus plus 7. So the measure of our angle B is 79 degrees. Okay. What about the exterior? When I mean exterior angles, I'm talking about when we extend that side, there's an angle created here. So when we talk about exterior angles, those are the angles we're talking about. And these always sum to 360. It doesn't matter how many sides that you have, your exterior angles are always going to add up to 360. Meaning I can have a 38-sided figure, I can have a 100-sided figure. Those exterior, the ones on the outside, are always going to add up to 360. And these are always supplementary to the adjacent angle inside. So that means that the inside angle plus the outside angle equal 180 degrees. That's always going to be true as well. And if we are given a regular polygon, just like we were here, and we know the number of sides, then we can find one exterior angle by taking the 360 divided by number of sides. Let's look at some examples. So what's the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon. So that's what I was talking about here. We know the number of sides, and we know they have to add up to 360. So one angle is going to be 360 divided by 20. 360 divided by 20, that is 18 degrees. That means that each of these exterior angles on a 20-sided figure is going to be 18 degrees. So if the exterior angle of a regular polygon measures 9 degrees, how many sides does it have? So now we don't know number of sides, but we know that 1 is 9. So I can solve for this, solve for n, getting n by itself. Right now it's being divided, so multiply. So 360 equals 9n. Now divide by the 9. 360 divided by 9 is 40. So the number of sides is going to be 40. Okay. So we have our exterior angles by equations. We want to solve for x, and we know that they all add up to 360. So 5x plus 4 plus 4x plus 9 plus 9x minus 6 plus 4x plus 1 plus 7x plus 4 equals 360. Combine like terms, 29x plus 12 equals 360. X equals 12. That's it. Let me know if you have questions on your interior and exterior angles of your polygons.